Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. This is another time when now we are doing the watering of our farm block by block using the flooding method of irrigation, or where we just pour water directed to the trenches. And this method, as I've said over and again, is the best method where we are now irrigating our farm. As you know, we have already done furrowing or trenching, and now we have already planted. After you plant, you water for the first time. No, before planting, you have to cut the furrows or trenches, and after that you water them. Then after watering, if you want to have the best 100% germination results, you begin to water again, as our case is. And now I want to show you what I'm doing. My daughter here, by name Naomi, the one that you saw holding, the hose pipe for me, is my mentee. I'm mentoring my daughter to becoming a wonderful videographer, a wonderful journalist, because why? Her aspiration, the aspiration of my daughter Naomi, once she clears with a college, is to be a journalist, a media personality. She needs to be news anchor. But here I'm a farmer, so guys, this is what we call irrigation using this type of method. Now, when you are irrigating, guys, when you are irrigating using this method, you divide the farm into blocks, into smaller blocks. Why am I dividing the farm into blocks, my friends? Is because now, after the germination of my seed, which are maize, I've planted maize here. We have blocks of maize, we have some other blocks of yellow beans, and then others of cowpeas. But majorly here we are planting maize. So you divide into blocks like that. You see there is a gap there. These are what I call blocks, because it will go this way, irrigate this way, that way, and then here in the middle there will be something like a smaller path. So that will ease my method of irrigation after the crops will have grown, such that I don't damage them by my hosepipe. And so, dear ladies and gentlemen, this is what we do. Yes, I said earlier, I prefer this type of irrigation because God has blessed us with a lot of water. Actually, I'm watering from this side, whereas on the other side, the far end, I have a nephew there by name Felix that is coming from that end also watering, so that we can meet at the middle. And so this method, many people think is tiresome, but it is not. Actually, I call it my gym, because as I move about, pulling my heavy 3/4 inch hosepipe, this is my gym. And so I like it, I enjoy it, playing with the water, my dear beloved people. I know some would prefer, sprinkling or dripping irrigation or drips irrigation. But this method, I would encourage those of you that have much water to prefer it. What you need to do, or to understand about this, you don't irrigate, my lord. You don't irrigate, like lifting your hose pipe like this.
Yes.
Because that would damage, number one, the crops, and then it is actually it will bring a lot of erosion on the soil. So with this flooding irrigation, you just make sure. Can you show them there? You make sure the hose pipe is just to the ground, is touching the water.
Yeah.
It's touching the furrows, the trenches down there. And another advantage I want my viewers to know about this type of irrigation, it is time saving. People think it is tedious, people think it is hard, but you see, after pouring much water like this, you may stay even for a whole week without irrigating again, without coming to the farm. That will ease your work. It will give you much more other time or times of doing other things in the farm. So it's quite a very good method of irrigation. Very nice one. And another advantage of this one, actually it gives the plants enough water. Enough water, such that, because you see the water now is here. The water is still here. Look at where we began from. The water is still there. Yeah, just focus from there. The water is there. So what happens, this gives to the seeds, you know, an easier penetration into the soil. The roots are given easier penetration into the soil. Because, you know, the soil is having enough water. Rather than just straining them through drip irrigation or, you know, using what? Sprinkling irrigation. And, you know, experience, they say, is the best teacher. My viewers, when I began this farming or agribusiness, it has been now a year practically doing, or less a year. And I've tried all those methods. Actually, I started with sprinkling. My daughter, if you can remember, we were doing sprinkling irrigation. One of the key worst disadvantage I've seen with sprinkling irrigation, it actually makes the land or the farm dry. It dries the farm. Because as you move about, you know, water is sprinkled everywhere, just like rain. And you see you are moving about every now and then, changing the sprinklers, all that. As you step onto the farm, when everywhere there is water, it's muddy, it becomes very dry. It becomes very dry. And also it is water wastage. But you see here with this method, with this method, you just focus where there are seeds. Where there are seeds, and you pour a lot of water. You see, like here, there is no water. In the middle, there is no water. So what does that tell you? It tells you, even though people may see, or viewers may see, like I'm pouring a lot of water, another water, on the other hand, has been saved. And again, this type of method, my dear viewers, does not attract weeds. Does not attract much weeds. So your farm is always very smooth. It is softer. No much weeds, because water is not sprinkling every other part of the farm. Okay. One thing also, again, I want my viewers to know, those that are coming into agribusiness much later. You see, I said I've been here almost for 1 year. The spacing, like depending on the cereals or the seeds you are planting, is very important. Like now here, these are blocks of maize. So the distance between the lines should be 1.5 to 2 meters between the lanes, this way, vertically. But horizontally, I don't know whether my English is okay, along the trenches, or as you go this way, the distance between, or spacing between the seeds should be at least 40 centimeters, according to my experience. I'm talking experience, 40 centimeters to about 60 centimeters. Of course, depending on the crop. But I'm talking about the maize. But for the beans and the cowpeas, the distance is much smaller. It becomes much smaller again. And so it is very important, my dear viewers, to be careful about the spacing. Those are the things one should keenly be in note of. You must note about the spacings.
Yeah.
You must note about the method of irrigation you would need to use.
Yes.
Because as I said, I have come to learn at this method of irrigation, flooding, or, flooding irrigation,
Yes.
or where in layman's word, you directly pour the water using the hose pipes.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice method of irrigation. Very nice method of irrigation. It doesn't tire so much. It's a very good gene. It's a very good gene. It makes your farm very, actually fertile,
Yes.
because you are the one controlling water very closely. So what you must avoid is lifting your hose pipe like this,
Yes.
because through that you do a lot of erosion.
Yes.
You endanger the roots of the crops if they have already been planted and have grown or sprouted.
Yes.
And at the same time now, as our case is, when they are already within the soil or have been planted and are underneath,
Yes.
you can as well uproot them by water,
Yeah.
or affect them, hence bringing them on the surface of the soil.
Yeah.
And so the predators, the birds that are predators, and other animals like squirrels.
Yeah.
In our area, viewers, we have a lot of squirrels. Squirrels are very dangerous. And the Francolin in Bambets, we do have them. So they are very dangerous in devouring the crops. And so I am watering from this side, and you have also to be very careful, as I've always said,
Yeah.
to avoid the bends of the hose pipe.
Yeah.
Because if you don't avoid the bends or twisting of the hose pipes,
Yes.
what in nature happens is that you may end up having to run where there is main source of water,
Yes.
because it will plug itself off because of the high pressure
Yeah.
of the water.
Yes.
Because like the hose pipes I'm using are huge pipes of 3/4, and the water volume is very, very high, because it's coming from 4 tanks of 10,000 each, and from a height of 12 meters. So it is very important to consider all those things.
Yes.
Yes. So do you have any question, my daughter? Any questions for me on behalf of maybe the viewers or something you may want to know? Because I'm also mentoring you in all things, teaching you how to be a good manager.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, the one I'm working with is my firstborn daughter. She's 17 years old, clocking 18 this November.
Yeah.
So I'm growing older, guys.
Yes.
I'm growing older. So because she's my firstborn, I like mentoring her in all things. Always I'm encouraging Naomi and telling her, Naomi, you have to know everything that I do in the farm.
Yes.
Because you are the next manager. In the next generation after your papa will have been gathered together with his ancestors, or will grow too old to do this work.
Yes.
So if you don't understand doing what I'm doing, that would mean retrogression of all what we are doing as a family. Any question?
So, like yesterday we were here working very hard planting the sweet potatoes.
Yes. Yesterday actually we were planting sweet potatoes, tubers, or fibers. Yes.
And because our God is very great.
Yes.
So, after expecting them,
Yes.
like how do you see the coming future about these sweet potatoes?
The sweet potatoes, a very good question. My viewers, good to note and good to know, in this bench, it's quite a big bench, which is almost like 3/4 an acre.
Yeah.
3/4 of an acre.
Yeah.
We have set this one apart for sweet potatoes only. Because sweet potatoes, the kind of the sweet potatoes we have already planted here, the tubers, are the either, I don't know what actually color I can give them. You know, commonly people call them red sweet potatoes. But I don't see the color red. They are either purplish or pinkish.
Yeah.
They are either purple or pink, according to my eye observation.
Yeah.
Whichever way, they say these type of sweet potatoes are very good.
Yes.
They are very good in the market. The demand is very high.
Yeah.
So viewers, good to know. Under this soil, we do have sweet potatoes. Then you may ask me, then how come you've planted also maize?
Yeah.
It's because the sweet potatoes will take time, actually longer, before covering the surface of the farm in this bench.
Yeah.
And it's because maize grows coming up.
Yeah.
And they will come up very fast and very quickly. Remember, we have planted DK777,
Yes.
which goes very high. So for this season alone,
Yes.
or only, is when we have planted maize here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But come next season,
Yes.
there will not be space for maize planting.
Yeah.
Because the sweet potatoes will have covered the entire surface. Yeah. And so we thought and said, instead of just planting sweet potatoes only for this season, we could have maize. Yeah, we could have maize as well. And so, viewers, yes, we expect after a few months, 2 to 3, that the surface will be covered by sweet potatoes leaves at least, and the fibers. And our viewers, we are going to be showing them while the maize will be very high. And so that's a means of just saving. You see now when I'm talking,
Yes.
the water has overflowed.
Yeah.
So when you are doing, guys, this kind of irrigation, you need to be very careful, very concentrating.
Yes.
Because water is so much that is being poured. Is so much that is being poured.
Yes.
Yeah. So what happens when now the maize seeds come up or germinate?
Yes.
We are going, you see these trenches?
Yeah.
We are going to deepen them.
Oh.
Yeah. We are going to deepen them, my viewers. We are just waiting for the maize now. It will take almost between 7 to 8 days. For every, or say to 9,
Yeah.
for every maize seed, every maize plant to sprout,
Yeah.
to come up from on top of the soil.
Yes.
Why between 7 to 9? It's because there are some seeds that you cast deeper than others. It depends also on the moisture.
Yeah.
It also depends on its plumel. Plumel. Is it plumel?
Plumel.
Yeah?
Plumel.
Yeah, plumel or a plumel. So some tend to germinate faster than others, yet are from the same corn.
Yes.
And so after that, what happens? We give them some time, and when they have about 4 leaves,
Yes.
we begin now deepening the trenches, cutting them, blocking water so well. Because why? Once they germinate, we are gonna be giving them a lot of water, and imagine, viewers, once a week.
Wow.
So we have to cut our trenches deeper
Yes.
to hold much more water. And those maize plants are going to grow very well. Wonderful. And then we are going to do top dressing. Either we can use, organic manure.
Yes.
We are going to apply organic manure. Immediately they are like with 4 leaves, so that we can give them very quick growth. And then we are going to spray against insects, against the pests.
Yes.
Yeah. So can you move about, go and see how Felix is doing? You could, have him say a few words. Then you can come back to me as you show the viewers what we are doing and are doing here and after. Usiende ukinyamaza, uende ukiongea kitu.
So viewers, this is the bench my daddy was talking about. Yesterday we were working very hard in the morning. We were planting the sweet potatoes and they are irrigating, but we had irrigated yesterday. Yeah, this is the work. This is how they are made, the benches. But because the sweet potatoes take a while or a long period to grow, they had to plant the maize seeds, because the maize seeds, as daddy has talked about them, they really grow very fast, really fast. But after they have grown, this bench will never be grown maize again or any other plant, because after the sweet potatoes have already grown, they really spread and filled. Now this bench will be full of sweet potatoes. Now here we have our brother Felix, daddy was talking about. They are helping each other irrigating the farm so that the seeds can get the strength of germinating. So Felix, naona unafanya kazi nzuri hapa. Utaambia aje viewers wetu?
Nawaambia hapa ni kujikaza.
Yeah. Yes. Our brother Felix tells us that about this work, one needs to be very working, like very hard work person, because this work doesn't need a lazy person, because that person can't do this work we are doing here. Because this, like you see, it was too hot, and if you bring a lazy person to the farm, you'll get a very great disappointment. And so these people are very hard working. As you can see, the land needs to be moisture for the crops to grow. Yeah, and I know our God, when we keep God first, we put our God first, everything shall be okay, because He's the way maker, God of nature, God who has power over nature. When we just do our part and play our part, God does the rest. So viewers, we go back to daddy and see what he's doing there. So as you can see, the land is still a bit moistured, because yesterday they had irrigated once more, and today they are still irrigating because they have planted maize this morning. So the seeds needs a lot of water. Yeah. So we head back to daddy and see what he's doing. As you can see, this is a very great land named Goshen Farm, because it is where our God does wonders about His nature. God does great and marvelous wonders. He is a great God. He is very great. So as you can see, there are mixtures. There are pawpaw trees. That's a male pawpaw tree, papaya tree, pawpaw or papaya tree. That's a female papaya tree. So there's between those two trees there is very good cross pollination, and there are bananas. Some benches have cowpeas, as you can see, but we had harvested them last week, so we are doing great with the Lord on our side. And as you can see, the benches are separated by napier grasses. On the benches we have napier grass which separates the benches. So God is great, our Lord is great. we are back to Daddy.
So viewers, this is what I do, and I like doing this. I made a very deliberate choice where I had to shift from the cities and came to have my slow living in my country home. And you know, what I like telling guys, my viewers, is that when God created humanity or mankind, He placed us in a garden. He planted a garden called Eden or Eden, and He placed us there to till the land, to take care of the fruits or whatever He had planted there. So working was not something sinful, was not a punishment.
Yes.
Because even before the sin came in, man was given a command, Adam and Eve, to work in the garden. The only difference that came after the sin, the work became too tedious, too hard for them.
Yes.
Because there was not that grace or that angelic help to help them as they work.
Yes.
So God said they would from that time be eating from the sweat. And so guys, it is very good to work. There is nothing that gives me peace than actually when I see myself working in the soil.
Yeah.
I have a lot of other things I do. Of course, not only this, but this gives me greatest joy.
Yeah.
So, working on the soil to make sure there is enough food for my family,
Yes.
and you know, to help my villagers.
Yes.
To help my villagers whenever they need to buy some food and there is no food in their homes.
Yes.
You know, that gives me greatest joy, seeing myself being able to feed others, to fight against the hunger.
Yeah.
You know, that gives me. Now, when you are using this type of irrigation,
Yes.
sometimes there is easy flood. So you always be careful to make sure you direct the water
Yeah.
to the trenches where you want it to flow.
Yes.
Yes. So, someone was asking me in the comments, can you show them the bananas? Someone was asking me in the comment, which is a very good question later today.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean earlier today. Apostle, why are your bananas having some, you know, like leaves that look like are drying up?
Yeah.
I want to say, my friends, my bananas are very healthy. They are very good.
Yes.
What happened? There were fires that we burnt nearby by the bananas as we were preparing the farm. Before the tilling or farrowing, there were a lot of, you know, things or litter or some branches and thistles that people had cleared from the land.
Yes.
And so we had to burn them. Then I did not know. I thought the fires were lit very far from the bananas. But eventually, after the fires went down and all that, 2 to 3 days after, I saw some of the leaves of the bananas changing. But that should not be a big worry. Because I know it was just because of the flames, but the trunks or the stems are very stable and are quite okay. And within a very short time, they are going to change again. Actually, from next week, if the rains will have not come, we are going to feed them a lot of water.
Yes.
From next week. Yes. We are going to be feeding them with a lot of water. And therefore, guys, thank you so very much for having joined us for that short video. God bless you, and I would kindly ask you to subscribe to my channel, Apostle the YouTuber.
Yes.
So God bless you, God keep you. I've been your producer and you know, your host. Bye-bye for now. Ciao.
Wow.